I was feeling a bit of cabin fever, so my delightful wife suggested I go camping for a few days. I thought it would be a good time to visit the Deschutes River. My first stop was at White River Falls. The falls drop 75 feet over a 250-foot wide basalt ledge. The best time to visit is during the spring runoff. The old powerhouse is located just above lower White River Falls and 160 vertical feet below the main falls. We are dropping down into the Deschutes River. The elevation change from the area around White River to the Deschutes River is about 1,100 feet. And what's this sign say? Entering Warm Springs tribal lands. Day use permit required. It looks like there's an observation point up that road. Let's see what we got up here. Can't see much from here. Let's get out and take a look. The rail line along the west side of the river is heavily traveled, so be sure to pay attention at the overlook. Well, now we're dropping down the river level after taking a look at the top. Oh, there's fishing platforms. The members of the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs set up and used the fishing platforms along the river. Oh, there's Sherry's Falls. Let's stop for a photo. Sherry's Falls is the last falls on the Deschutes River. It drops about 15 feet into a narrow horseshoe-shaped basalt trough. And welcome to Shearer's Bridge. Okay, now I'm in the right place. I'm going to follow this road up here, about 15 miles, I think. Look for a place to camp. We are currently traveling on the old Harriman Railroad grade. In 1909, two competing railroad companies started construction of lines from the Columbia River to Bend along both the east and west banks of the Deschutes River. The Oregon Trunk Railroad successfully built a line on the west bank that is still in use today. Hadn't realized that the landscape out here was like this, with these deep valleys and tall hills. We're used to a different section of eastern Oregon where it's pretty much flat. And we're coming back up to washboard, I bet. Oh yeah. Well, welcome to Macks Canyon Recreation Site on the Deschutes River. Well, let's see which one we want to pick. Let's take this one. My home for the next couple of days was right next to and slightly above the river. The rushing water provided a soothing backdrop for reading and relaxing and napping. Macks Canyon is the unofficial end of the Deschutes River Trail. The trail follows the old Harriman Railroad grade along the east bank of the river as it meanders about 25 miles from the Columbia River to Macks Canyon. There are 6 deep, wide canyons that used to have trestles spanning them at the south end of the trail. The hiking path along the river is used by anglers and picnickers to access the river. Good morning. Time to leave the Deschutes River. Head back home. Got about 15 miles of gravel road. Be back on pavement. Didn't have to pull out, but I thought I'd be polite since it was there. The Deschutes is a very popular river to fish on, either from the bank or from a drift boat. The Deschutes is also a very popular rafting river, an impressive canyon. There are definitely some nice views of the river on this road. We appreciate your comments and feedback. Thank you for watching.